Hi, I'm Kerry Grinkmeyer. I'm the host of BestOfUsInvestors.com. We're a group of people who invest based on making good investment decisions. We try to understand our tax code such that we keep more of what we make, and our end objective is to build family wealth. The government will allow us as a couple to pass on about $24 million, so why shouldn't that be a goal? If you're a regular to my channel, you know I invest for the long term. I don't try to compete on a day-to-day basis. You know, today the market's down, and I'm down about 18 grand. Yesterday I was up about 16 grand. I can't predict that, so I don't try to. Instead, I try to invest in the future. That is to say, find events that are going to transform the future and change the way I live. What are those kind of events? Well, I've been alive 76 years. As an infant, I don't remember, but I was a product of World War II. Well, World War II changed our world. It was one of what I call this can never happen again events. And as a result of that phrase, this can never happen again, the structure of the world, the structure of our economy changes. And as an investor, I need to recognize that event and then position myself accordingly. World War II I would have recognized that manufacturing had to come to the United States and we would grow and become the largest superpower. Certainly in my lifetime, the invention of the internet changed my world, changed your world, everybody's world. Then the creation of the mobile phone moved gold from the most coveted and oil the most coveted to data is now the most coveted economy. So I need to recognize that. Then again, there was 9/11, changed everything. Going through an airport, created new industries. Then the subprime crisis, a screw up of the banking industry. That was a change. If I was conscious, I could recognize it and invest accordingly. And then probably the most important event in my lifetime, the coronavirus. It's going to change everything, particularly in the healthcare field, particularly in the supply chain. And then we come to the most recent event, and that is the Colonial pipeline crisis. And that has just focused us on the need for cybersecurity, and not only us, but every other world power. In every White House or Kremlin or whatever the Chinese call it said, this can never happen again. We can't have a pipeline shut down or an electric grid shut down by a bunch of bandits. We can't allow that. So it's in everybody's interest that this never happens again. So that's why I made a video, I believe it was last Monday, saying another reason to buy Palantir. And that's what I want to talk about in this video today. Why Palantir is the right place and what you should know happened within the last 2 weeks that gives you reason to be a heavy investor in Palantir. It's all about cybersecurity, and that's come into my world. I'm about to go on a road trip from the 20th of, May to the 1st of June, and I need to protect my laptop. My laptop has access to my bank account. It has access to my my brokerage account. And when I go into a coffee shop or check into a hotel and access my computer, I am subject to cyber hacking. So how do I stop that? I have personally put some software on my computer called Surfshark. And what it does is creates a virtual private network for me so that if someone does get on my computer while I'm on it and watches what I'm doing, they don't see. I have encrypted my passwords and things of that nature. So I contacted Surfshark. and ask them if they could make a offer to you as one of my subscribers, and you will find that in the description. It gives you, I think it's a pretty hefty discount, and then some months free subscription. So check on that. If you are someone who uses your computer outside of your home, this is a must. Okay, let's talk about why you should be in Palantir.
Best of Us Investors presents Carrie Griegmeyer.
As I said, my video back Monday gave you the reasons relative to cybersecurity. So go back and find that and you'll see it. The title of it is One More Reason to Buy Palantir. Well, it's come to my attention that somebody that I had followed in the past, and he is of the era of Jim Rogers, one of the large hedge fund managers, and he's retired. His name is Druckenmiller. Drunkenmiller. And he just recently, he didn't own any Palantir, he just recently bought 5,983,992 shares of Palantir and put in his family account, that's his own personal account, $139,367 worth of Palantir. He bought it just this last week at somewhere on the price of somewhere like $20 a share. Palantir's down at about, it has been higher than that. Now, the other thing that came to my attention was that Cathie Woods had a position back in January in Palantir in her ARKW fund of about she had about 1,331 shares. She, in that same fund now, has 5,434 shares. She then added another 22,453 shares to her ARKK. So Cathie went from a very small holding of 1 million shares to 27 million in two of her funds. So what is Cathie recognized that I recognized? That cybersecurity is an event. It has become an event not only relative to the United States, and Joe Biden has spoken openly about this, that it's part of his infrastructure package, that we have to develop cybersecurity. And this is not, understand, yeah, we're concerned about China hacking in and stealing some of our intellectual property, but China doesn't really have a reason, unless they want to go to war with us, to shut down our pipelines, to shut down our electric grid. That's not in their interest, unless they want to go to war with us. Because the next step from that is missiles flying back and forth. Okay, the Navy getting their destroyers and heading that way. That's not the issue. The issue is a bunch of bandits sitting in anywhere, whether it's in Russia, Croatia, Cuba, United States, wherever, and attacking another country, their internal systems, electric, pipelines, and that's what happened just about a week ago. And the world once again repeated those words. Do you remember those words? And that was, this can never happen again. So how does Palantir fit into this? Well, we remember from 9/11 and Al-Qaeda and Osama bin Laden, and we hunted him for years. And then, several years ago, the Navy SEALs showed up in Pakistan, landed, went in, and killed him. Well, how did that happen? That happened as a result of Palantir. With their security programs, they basically scanned everybody's emails, everybody's social media, and then using artificial intelligence and machine learning, put together the puzzle that said, Osama bin Laden is in Pakistan. He's in on the second floor of this room watching TV right now. And the Navy SEALs came in, went in, killed him. Well, that's exactly what has to happen to this outfit in Russia who hit our pipeline and then asked for a measly $5 million of ransomware. You can get away hacking the police department in Paducah, Kentucky, or a school system in Des Moines, Iowa, and asking for $10,000. You can get away with that because that is not this can never happen again. We've got to muster every force we've got to make sure it never happens again. But when you shut down a pipeline that supplies the air fuel to our military on the East Coast, fella, you better crawl into a hole. And what was that? What was his name? That's exactly what he did, the premier of Iraq, and not get found. Because they're hunting for you, and they're going to bring you down, and then they're going to make you a public figure as they either imprison you or kill you. Because of what? This can never happen again. So my message to you as an investor, as you watch the news in the evening, if you see a this can never happen event happen, you sit down and figure out, okay, how are they going to make sure that this never happens again? How are they going to make sure that we never have another pandemic again? They're going to sequence your genome and monitor your body such that as soon as a virus shows up in Des Moines, Iowa, we know it and we quarantine that city. That's what has to happen. So in your mind, you have to say, where do I put my money to profit from this move to make sure these things never happened again? Right now, cybersecurity is Palantir. And then from there, go get the latest Time magazine and read the article on Illumina and read that little paragraph where it says the reason we have a vaccine today so quickly is that Illumina sequenced the genome of the virus and found out what would kill it. Okay? That's where we're going. It's not important where we are, and it's not important where we've been. What's important for you as an investor, as a small businessman, as an entrepreneur, and that's the world I want to speak to, is where are we going? And on Tuesday, I did a video, I think it was, about Back to the Future and how Michael J. Fox went from 1985 to 1955, 30 years. Well, you don't have to go forward 30 years to see where we're going to be. You can go forward 3 to 5 years and see where we're going to be. And it's going to be driven by this can never happen events. I want you to put those words in your mind, and I want you to just say, that's what I want, how I want to invest. I want to recognize. When I was a financial advisor, I used to watch the news and make the statement, based upon what just happened, how's that going to affect my clients' portfolios? And I saw the subprime crisis, and I got my people out. I saw the dot-com bubble. I remember saying to Trent, my son, when secretaries are making $1 million because of the stock that their companies gave them, that's not supposed to happen. And when things that aren't supposed to happen, you need to recognize the next thing that's going to happen and how the stock market is going to intake it. So, okay, that's Best of Us Investors. That's how I think. That's how my tribe thinks. My tribe meets at my Discord. If you want to learn more about that, you go to bestofusinvestors.com and sign up for our newsletter. And then I'll send you a link to the Discord. And again, if you're going on a road trip like me and you're taking your laptop and you're going to be accessing it, you need to go to Surfshark or one of them and get a VPN to protect your data, because cybersecurity isn't just about the world. It's about you too. Think about that. If in fact someone hacks your bank account or your security account, what are you going to say? Damn it, this can never happen again. I'm going to go get a VPN. Well, get it now, okay? All right, that's my take. I'm going to be on the road, and you won't be seeing that in the background. Talk to you tomorrow.